Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome back to On the Bright Side. I'm your host, Caroline Susko, and I hope everyone is having a great day and is doing their best to look on the bright side. I have such a special guest joining me on the pod today, and I'm super excited for her to be on. Guys, I've kept it a secret for so long. The wait is finally over. So let's welcome to On the Bright Side, Miss Spencer Barbosa. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm so excited for you to be here.
I'm so excited to be here.
I feel like just like there's social media already, like I kind of feel like I already know you a little bit.
Oh, I'm like, we're already friends. I feel like we've had 100 conversalike before. Like, we already know each other.
No, like when I was in Florida, I was like,
Literally, we're like trauma dumping on each other. We're like, yeah, I love
I was
it.
like, she's gonna think I'm crazy.
No, honestly, if anything, I'm crazy. So we're both crazy together.
Together, yeah. No, but my friend, she saw a video of you on TikTok. This was like before like you had DM'd me about the trip.
Mhm.
And she was like, she sent me it and she goes like, oh my gosh, this girl is just like you, like same energy and everything. And I was like, yeah, like in another life, I bet we'd be such good friends, but like, how would I ever? And then I get the DM like 3 days later and I'm like,
Oh my
what
God.
the heck?
Wait, can we low-key tell people how we met? I feel
Yeah,
like that could
let's
be
start
it.
there. Let's start there.
Okay.
So
Okay. So do you want me to tell the story or do you want to tell the
yeah, you,
story?
you go.
Okay, so I was doing a giveaway on my Instagram and I had just stayed at a really nice Airbnb in Florida. And then the girl who owns the Airbnb was like, if you ever want to do a giveaway, let me know. So I hosted this giveaway, giving away like a little trip to an Airbnb in Florida and stuff for my clothing brand. And so many people entered, and then it randomly selected your name. And I was thinking in my head, whoever it picks, like I'm hoping it's going to be like a girly who's going to go and want to take all the cute little vacation photos and go with her friends and everything. And I literally selected you, clicked on your account, and I'm like, she's me. I was like, why is she literally like, your account looks like somebody who would want to stay at the Airbnb. So the Airbnb is like very pink, very girly, very crazy. So I think it takes the right person to want to stay there. And as soon as I clicked on it, I was like, fate. I'm like, the universe, fate.
And I was watching like maybe like 2 days before, I was watching that video you put up on like because I've never watched your videos before this because it came across on my For You page. So I like clicked on it. And then I was watching your video about like advice behind becoming social media influencer or whatever. I'm like, oh, she's really cool. And then I like went to go follow you. And then I saw the giveaway and I was like, like I literally was just getting ready to go to bed. And I was like, I'll just do it like for the fun. Because whoever like wins those things,
Yeah.
I wake up and I text you. I was like, I'm too stunned to speak.
Yeah, literally. Because I used to always enter giveaways before I did social media. I would enter like everybody's giveaway and be like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna win. Like, does anyone even actually win these things?
Yeah. So when I got that, at first I clicked your account and I was like, okay, like who is this? Like this can't be her. Like this has to be so. I just didn't believe it.
Yeah. And now we're friends.
I know, yeah. And it was just so weird.
And it's crazy how the world works. Like the world literally was like, we need to get these two girls connected.
Literally. And here we are.
I love it.
Okay, so you guys, we're going to hit so many areas on the pod today. But before we get started, I start each episode with something we're grateful for. So it sets the tone and keeps positivity flowing. So if you want to go first and talk about what you're grateful for, you go for it.
Ooh, what I'm great. So it's usually really cold here in Canada, and today it's actually sunny. So I'm really grateful that the snow is melting, sun is coming out. I'm going on my hot girl walks. I just haven't been on hot girl walks in so long, and just going today, I was like, my mental health feels so good. So I'm just really grateful for the weather.
I love that. How much snow do you guys have, or is it all gone?
Right now it's like really melted, so there's barely anything. It's just like that gross, like slushy, wet, muddy floor or ground, not floor. But it's finally getting warm, so I'm very grateful for that.
That's good. When I left New York to come back to New Hampshire, it was like at least a foot. Like it was a lot. So like, there was no hot girl walking there, but I came back here and I've been like every day doing my loop.
Yeah, honestly, I love hot girl walks. I'll just call my mom and it's like an hour walk will go by, just me on the phone with my mom, and I'm like, oh, sorry, were you trying to do something?
They're just so easy and I just love it. And you put on like an outfit and it just works.
It just makes and the little like Lulu belt bag. I'm like, oh, my life is together. I'm like going on the walk.
Exactly.
I love it.
Phones, yeah.
Really. What are you grateful for?
So my grateful for is probably social media and how, okay, so like there's good and bads with social media, obviously. But like I think it's really cool that there's one thing, like if you're in your hometown, you meet people with like similar interests, like there's some, but like once you get on the internet, like the opportunities are endless, like the people you
Yeah.
meet. And it's so much fun to be able to like share this kind of stuff and like cross paths with people that you never thought you would and like get really close with people, all just because you have like that similar passion. So that's
Yeah,
what,
because in life before there was social media, in just a small town, it's like, okay, maybe four people in your town are going to be really good friends to you and have similar interests and maybe like the same clothes as you, same music as you, but you go online and it's like a whole new world.
yeah.
Like I sometimes think about before social media, how do people meet?
I know. I try to think about like even like dating like before social media. It's kind of like weird. Like I can't imagine like you just like meet them like down on the town and then like it just like I just
Down on the town.
down on
I'm like,
the
how do people meet? But
town.
I'm very happy that we have social media to meet, or else all of my friends, or if not most of my friends, are all from social media.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean like again like I'm not really like fully into social media. I just like doing it. But
Hmm.
definitely like through guests and stuff I've met some people and it's been like so much fun.
That's gonna be us. We're gonna hang out. I'm
Yeah,
gonna come to you.
you can come to New York. You can come to the racetrack, like the horse
I
race.
will. I'm gonna come to you, and we're gonna meet.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Let's do it. All right. So we have to start right from the beginning and talk about how you got started on social media and what was that original vision for you?
So I started because I was in you guys don't have like grade 12. What's that? Do you guys have grade
Senior?
12? What's
Senior? Yeah.
last year of high school, whatever.
Oh, you guys
And
don't call it senior year?
no,
Oh, that's so funny.
people are always like, what are your other ones? It's like senior.
It's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Yeah, we don't have that. We have like grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 12.
That's so funny. Is it like K through 5, 6 through 8, and then 9 through 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what ours is just with the names.
Okay. Anyways, I was in the last year of high school and it was when COVID hit, and in Canada everything was super locked down. So there was like couldn't go to school, couldn't go to restaurants, couldn't go out, like you literally couldn't do anything. So I was just sitting at home every day, extremely bored, and I'm like, everyone's on TikTok, let me get on TikTok.
Hmm?
So I just started posting, and when I was in high school I didn't really want to post that much because it was kind of like everyone from my high school would make fun of me, and like if they see my videos I'm going to cringe and throw up. But
Yeah.
now I'm it's my last year of high school. I'm never going to see those people again. I'm never going to go back to high school.
Sorry, when did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school 2 years ago.
Wait, so what, you don't go to college, right?
No, I'm
Like
20.
what year would you be? Wait, why did I not know we were the same age?
Are we this? I thought you were younger than me.
I thought you were
Wait, are we both 20?
Yeah,
What? So yeah, I'm 20.
that's funny. I did not know that till right now.
Oh my gosh, I literally
I
thought you were younger than me.
I thought you were like 23, at least no.
Sometimes in my head, I'm like 40 years old. So
Okay, sorry, keep going. That just took me by surprise.
no worries. So I just started posting because had nothing else to do, and I didn't want to go to university. I had applied to like college and university and everything, and then my TikTok just started like gaining followers. I think I hit like 200K on TikTok, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to university. And my
Yeah.
parents are like, are you crazy? And then when I hit 1 million on TikTok, I still wasn't really like making that much money because I didn't really know what I was doing, but I just decided that I was going to force myself to learn how to make money. So I moved out. So I was like, you know what? No better way to learn than to move out and have bills to pay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I moved out. 2 years ago, I moved out. So I've been doing this for like about 2.5 years. 2 years ago, I moved out, and then I moved 4 hours away from my parents, and I was just like, Spencer, figure this out because nobody's gonna come save you. And then I just started like really being myself because I was living alone, and I grew up in a house with people around all the time. Like I have a big family. So just living alone really like put me into my goals on social media. And I just kind of started posting, and I felt really lonely living alone. So I had to create a community online to feel like I had friends and stuff, you know?
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. I feel like too, it's just like I'm just going back to this age thing for a second.
Yeah.
I just thought you were a lot older because like you have the house, you have like the clothing line, like you got so many TikTok followers. Like you did that so quickly.
People always tell me, they're like, you're either 20 or you're like 27. There's
Yeah.
no difference.
I thought you were.
This is what I'm saying. I feel like I'm also, I don't look old. Like it's not like I'm like old or like look wrinkly or anything. It's just
Oh.
that I
Really
feel like
mature.
I'm really mature.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so, I don't know, I'm so mature. And it's so weird because I live in a university town right now. So I work like basically like 9 to 5 all day. I work, I grind, whatever. Like you said, I have a clothing brand. And then like on a Wednesday night, I'm just getting drunk at a university bar, like with my friends who are
Oh,
university students.
that's
So
so nice. You get like the
I'm
best.
like living the best of both worlds. I have like the workaholic girly and then just the go to a university bar.
That's so nice. That's so
Yeah.
nice.
It's kind of fun. My friends call me Hannah Montana.
I was
They're
just
like,
gonna say
really
that.
the best.
Put a wig on, you could just be two different people.
Literally, it's so fun.
But going into social media, like before that, did you like before COVID, did you ever want to go into social media, or was it just kind of like a random like it worked and you ran with that?
To be honest, I used to post YouTube videos when I was in like grade 8,
Mhm.
and I did it in high school. Like I always had a YouTube channel. I always posted like the most cringy shit on my Instagram, like as if I was famous when I had like 5 followers. And
Yeah.
my like people in my school be like, "Are you okay?" I'd be like, "Makeup tutorial," and I have like 5 views. And I sucked at doing makeup too, but I just loved being creative and posting. It was just so fun, and I didn't really have a lot of friends, so I feel like in my head I was gaslighting myself into being like, "You don't have friends in real life, so just talk to the camera like it's your friend."
No, but it
I'm like,
worked.
just post. And it was fun and I loved it. And it's just like I've never gotten sick of it since when I started posting in like grade 8.
Yeah, because I feel like you can like have your own spin on things. Like you're working for yourself, so it's like you make the rules of like where you want to
Yeah.
go.
I've always known I cannot work for somebody else. Like I've always been like, I'm gonna own a business or I'm gonna be a real estate agent. I'm gonna do something. I can't work for other people. I feel like I just have the kind of personality that I just can't.
No, I can't say. I was telling my mom because like now it's time like over here like internships and whatever. I'm like, Mom,
Yeah.
I can't sit at a desk from 9 to 5. Like I don't think like I just have so much energy that I'm like I
Yeah.
don't know if I can do it. I
What are
like
you in school for?
communication and business, but like communication here is like media.
Okay, fun.
Like I do like podcasting classes.
Aw, you
So it's
must
a
love
little
that.
different. It's a little bit of both, but I like it.
Yeah. You must
All
love
right.
that.
So how about we first start in confidence area and then we'll go to like social media and stuff.
Perfect.
Okay. So where did you start when building and trying to grow your self-confidence? Because you are the confidence queen and you know what's up. So
Yay.
there.
I think I used to struggle so much in high school with my confidence and my body image that there just got a day when I was so annoyed with being insecure that I was like, this sucks. I was literally like, this actually sucks. And I realized that the only person who can turn it around is me. Like, no, and nobody in my life was coming up to me being like, you're ugly. It was me telling myself, you're ugly. So I'm like, this sucks. Talking bad about myself sucks. So I just decided one day, I was like, I'm going to fake it till I make it. And this is when I started posting videos online being like, how to be more confident. I didn't know how to be confident when I was posting that. I was just being like, fake it till you make it. But just through posting those videos, I think through teaching other people how to be confident, I actually gained my own confidence.
Mhm.
Like at the beginning, I've always said this. I was not confident at the beginning. I didn't know even what I was doing on TikTok, even in my like confidence in my job. I didn't know that. And you just kind of have to fake it till you make it because nobody around you knows that. Like I
Right.
could be having the worst body image day of my life, but you're looking at me, you're not being like, oh, she's having a bad body image day. Like nobody knows it. You got to kind of fake it till you make it and really be your own best friend and be your own hype woman because we are so easy to pick ourselves apart and just be like, I hate this about myself, or I wish I looked like that, or I wish I changed this. We're so easy to be literally bullies, be evil to ourselves. Things we say about ourselves, we would never say about other people. So I think I just really had to learn that. And I did have some days where like I wasn't feeling myself. So I just honestly didn't look in the mirror. If you're not feeling yourself, don't look in the mirror because you're just going to start looking there. And then, you know, when you look at like a photo of yourself too long and you're like, okay, I'm an alien.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. If you
what
just
am I?
look at
Do you know what I mean?
Instagram post for too long, you're like, wow, this looks weird. And like you
Can't post it.
it.
Literally. So I think it was just through trying to like retrain my mind. And also as girls, like we grow up our whole entire life being told, like, don't be too confident. Like she's too confident. She thinks she's hot. Like she's not, you're not that hot. You're mid. Like girls are literally taught that our entire life that I just decided, you know what? people are gonna hate me online, but I'm gonna change the narrative and I'm gonna be like, I'm hot.
Mhm.
I'm hot as heck. Like, you know what I mean? Make people a little uncomfortable, change the narrative. And that's how it should be. I
Yeah.
really rambled, but there's
No,
my
you're good. I feel like too, like just with our generation, again, going back to social media and like guys and whatever, I feel like it's extra hard too because if one guy tears you down even a little bit, like it just hits to heart and you're like,
oh yeah.
and you're like, well,
And
crap.
another thing I've noticed, like online, if one person says something, so say I have like a bunch of really nice comments, and then one person is like, yeah, she's looking like she gained a lot of weight. Nobody said that before, but now like 40 people got to jump on there and be like, yeah, I noticed that too. I was seeing that too. Yeah, I agree. Like our generation, we have like other generations didn't have social media. And I'm like, they didn't have people in different countries who don't even know them saying
Right.
bad things about them. You know what I mean? They don't have random haters. They didn't have that. So we have to somehow get a thicker skin and be okay with people saying things about us. And on top of that, some generations didn't even have like magazines the way that we do, media the way that we do. They didn't have Facetune. They didn't have anything. So that's why online, I just want to be like, you don't need a filter. Don't need Facetune. It's kind of stupid. You don't need it.
I know. And then people end up seeing it so quick too. Like
Literally.
if and they're just like, oh, and then you're just getting like yelled out for that. Like, so at the end of the day, it's just like,
You
whatever.
can't do anything right. Literally. Like, God forbid, I want to Facetune myself because I have a pimple that I didn't have a week ago. People are like, oh my God, using Facetune?
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I
No,
just don't use Facetune.
I had I posted this picture the other day of me in like this dress and my back was so splotchy from Florida, the one day in Florida.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe I should fix it. And I go, I'm not even gonna try it. Like, no, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, just honestly.
Even when people are tearing you down around you, like it's just so hard because you're like just trying to be like just positive and energetic and like it's just hard. People
Bro, I feel you. We have the same personality right now. We have the same everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like, I feel you. Literally.
And then like just like people are so quick to jump to know me, like probably the same thing with you. And I'm like, that's just not me. Like, no.
Yeah.
It's just
literally.
that's just how
But also then online, there's such a fine line of I make a lot of really positive, really happy content, really like being a good person content, and I am a good person. But then if somebody says something mean about me, it's like I can't even say anything back because people are like, you're nice, you don't do that kind of stuff. But I'm like, I'm mad. I'm really nice, but I'm also not going to be really nice to somebody who's really mean to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, I'm trying to be the bigger person here, but it's not going to work for much longer.
I'm trying, but like you're attacking me for no reason. But I'm like, I have to choose peace.
Like, protect my peace. I can do it.
Literally, it's really hard though.
It is. So how do you learn to find your confidence in yourself and not from the validation of people around you?
Ooh,
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah. I feel like confidence always just has to come from within because when you're feeling insecure, no matter how many people tell you you're beautiful, until you actually think you're beautiful, you're going to think you're ugly. Do you know what I mean? Like people could say so many nice compliments to you, but it's just like, it doesn't hit the same as you saying the compliment to yourself. You know? Does that make any sense? Like,
no,
how do I'm like, does that even answer the?
No, yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And I feel like with loving yourself, like before you can have like full deep relationships, like you can only love someone as much as you love yourself.
Yeah.
So like if you don't have that validation within yourself, like it can only go so far with others. And it's hard. Like, don't get me wrong. There's days everyone has, but just, I feel like people tend to focus on other things before themselves and they need to make that switch sometimes.
Something that I used to think for so long was that, you know, the quote, like, if you don't love yourself, nobody else is going to love you. I agree with that. But also I think the real quote should be, if you don't love yourself, it's going to be really hard for you to accept love from other people because you don't think you're deserving of that love. Like I could be insecure and I don't know, say my friend loves me and thinks I'm beautiful. I know she loves me, but until I actually think that I'm beautiful, does that make sense? Yeah. Like it's going to be hard for me to accept that and accept that people are doing nice things for me because I'm a good person.
Because if you don't believe it, then you just think they're saying it to like say it because they're your friend.
So yeah, and then you're like, shut up, you don't even mean it.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, yeah. Just knowing that you're good enough for yourself and like you don't need the validation from other people around you. You're good enough for you, and you don't need the people around you to like.
Do you know who Lexi Hidalgo is?
Yeah, I love her.
I love her.
She was
Okay.
one of the COVID girls too.
Oh, I love her. And I saw this quote that she said, and she was like, you have to love yourself because the only person in the entire world that you have to spend every single day with is yourself.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
And I was like, that changed my mind. Like, my mind is blown. My mind has changed. Everything is different for me now. Because if I don't love myself, like, I'm the only person who I actually have to hang out with. Like, if I stop being friends with somebody, I can't just stop being with me. Like,
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck here, you know?
No, she's awesome. I watched her religiously every day during COVID.
Literally, she's like what I listen to on my hot girl walks. Love her.
Yeah. And then also just like, especially surrounding yourself with people that make you feel really good and give you that special value. Because if even if you have that value for yourself, if you're surrounding yourself with like negative people and people that are always just like looking down, it's not gonna further you, and it's just gonna make you like, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I will literally be the first person to admit I have 3 friends, and I'm not even ashamed of that or embarrassed by that. For so long in high school, I was like, I need a friend group of like 40 girls, and I need people to hang out with, and I need to do this, this, and this. And I now, like, I have 3 friends. I'm chill with it. And then my 3 friends will come to me with like their friend drama, and I'm like, that person's not your friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, my life is so much easier that I have 3 really, really good friends than I have like 40. I call them medium friends, where like you'll go party with them. They don't know your life story. They don't know your, like, you don't talk deep with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just, you don't need a ton of people in your life, because then you got to water. I think of it like this: if you have so many friends that don't really know you that much, it's like you're like watering a garden. Think of you as like the water, and you're like watering a bunch of different plants. Then you're like, you got nothing left for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to choose like 3 or however many that really care about you, really uplift you, really motivate you. And it's just way better like that.
Quality over quantity. Because that was me like in high school. I was like, oh my gosh, I need so many friends. Like I need one, like at least one in every class, and I need someone to be here. And I was
literally just, somebody needs to be like at my locker when I get there, because I can't walk into the cafeteria by myself.
Yeah. And so I had like all these friends, and like they were like medium friends. Wait, am I saying this backwards? Quality. I said it backwards by accident, and my friend goes, "Kind, what are you saying?" No, quality
like
over
quantity over quality. I want 100 friends.
But yeah, like even if it's just few, it's just honestly so much better, because they get you on. There's no drama involved with it, and it's just like those real, genuine people.
Yeah, it's just so good. Well, now I have 4 because I have you. So no longer 3. I got 4.
Slay mama. Did you see that TikTok? And it was like, we've entered the slay epidemic.
No.
It was like,
what is it?
It was like, are you someone that says slay in every sentence? And I was like, yeah. So I kept watching.
Yes.
It was like, you've entered the slay epidemic and you need to get a new word.
I see so many people that are like, choose another word, pick something else, stop saying slay. I'm like, I can't. It's stuck in my mouth. I literally can't.
Like
everything is like slay or period. I'll say anything. I'll be like, period.
My new one's mama now, because like I tried to switch. I'm like, slay mama, or like, just
slay mama.
But see, like slaves in there. It's always in there.
Literally, I'm like, slay mama, period.
Okay, getting back. So, advice for how to look confident even when you don't feel it.
Ooh. You know, I like to make life fun all the time. And like I said, you fake it till you make it. Just have fun. Life really isn't that serious. I just sometimes think of it like, I know this might sound depressing, but we're on a floating rock. Like, if you ever go on a plane, do you see how little the little cars are and the little people are? Like, life is not that serious. You're supposed to have fun. I know this sounds actually really depressing, but like, nobody gets out of it alive. Like, life is not that serious. So I just really fake it till I make it. Does that help at all?
Yeah. No, I was on the plane like 2 weeks ago, and I was looking for content for my podcast Instagram, and I took a picture of the plane sky, and because it was like the buildings at the bottom, and I said, your problems are this big.
Yeah.
Very similar.
Like, it's really not that serious. Every time I fly, I sometimes want to cry, or I'll just look out the window and be like, yeah, I'm literally a pebble. I'm literally a grain of sand on a beach.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that serious. You got to have a little bit of fun with it.
You do, because life's so short, and I don't know. It's just you gotta roll with the punches, and it's a great life if you make it one, you know, like it's all up to you.
Life's what you make it, so let's make it right.
Sorry, I kind of feel like this is like a Q&A. People just have a lot of questions, so I'm just trying to like pump them out.
No, I love it. I just hope I'm like good at answering questions because I'm
no, you're
not
good.
very
I
good at
feel bad.
news
I'm
or
like, okay,
anything. So
next
I'm gonna be
question.
like, blah, blah, blah. Okay,
Okay,
I'll actually answer these. I'll get them right on.
okay, ready? How to build your confidence when you're in a new situation.
Oh, like what would you think that they mean by new situation?
So new situation being
Like a new school?
like a new school, or like just say you're, oh, example, like just say you're on vacation with someone that is like a media trip or something, or like that
Uh-huh.
you're meeting people that you're not really close with, that you don't know, but you still want to be like that confident self you are. So,
Oh, I struggle with this so much. I'm still gonna try and answer, but
okay.
like as much as I'm like, ooh, I'm confident queen. Nah, girl, I struggle. Like if I go on a brand trip and I'm meeting a bunch of other beautiful, amazing, talented females around me, I'm not thinking that they're looking at me like, oh, she's ugly, or it's not like I'm comparing myself to them. It's just so hard when you're with new people to still be yourself, if that makes sense. It's not even really a matter of just confidence. It's kind of like personality as well. I'm an introvert queen. It doesn't seem like it online, but I'm an introvert queen. So going to events and meeting new people or going to a new school or even going to like a new, I don't know, workout class, like it's so hard to be yourself and be confident. But I always think like everyone's done what you're doing for the first time before. Does that make sense? Even if you're going to like a new workout class, like everyone's been the first person there. Does that
Yes,
make
like
any
you're not
sense?
the
Yeah.
first one experiencing it.
Like it's like we said, it's really not that serious. Like it's everyone has a first time at one point and you'll eventually get used to it. I just always when I'm getting so scared of getting in my head, I just look at myself and like, who are you? You're Spencer Barbosa. Are you forgetting that? Like pull it together, girl. It's really the pep talks in the mirror that I'm having. Or just fake it till you make it. And also just remember you can be kind to yourself. Like it's okay if you're really anxious. It's okay if you're like, what's going on? Like I'm feeling insecure. It's okay to feel insecure. Like it's okay to have those moments of weakness. And I have to remind myself that because I actually low key like I get so anxious when I go on like influencer trips or anything. I'm like, like there's so many people. Oh my gosh. And they all seem so confident. I'm like, girl, I'm supposed to be the confident queen, but I'm like shaking in my boots over here.
I can't imagine. Like that's when I was like, when I like watched those videos, I'm just like, I don't know how they do it. Like I would
Oh
love.
no, I'm like shaking in my boots. I'm freaking out. I'm like pacing around the hotel room before I walk out. And I'm like, life will be good.
Yeah.
Like, and it's the same thing as I love my style. I love the way I dress. But as soon as I go on a trip with like 30 influencer girlies that probably have better clothes than me, probably are know how to do their makeup better than me, probably this is like their fourth trip or like 100th trip, I'm like nervous about what I'm gonna wear, what I'm gonna do, everything. And you just gotta think, these people, they didn't show up to judge you. Like it's not you're not a zoo animal. Like they didn't show up to walk around you and make fun of you. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
think of it as everyone else around you is a nice person. Even
Mhm.
if they're not. Just gaslight yourself into thinking that.
And everyone else is like, again, they had this first experience at some point. Like,
Yeah.
everyone understands that feeling at some point. So, like, you're right, faking it till you make it. And just like, there's definitely anxiety in so many of those situations, but just telling yourself that you're okay, like, you're in a safe situation. And it's
And
all,
half the people are probably nervous too. Like
yeah,
it's not like you're the only one who's ever felt insecure or nervous. You ain't
yeah,
alone.
yeah, definitely. But I
But
felt,
influencer trips, intimidating.
I,
Like,
I can't imagine. Do you remember, did you ever watch like, those YouTube videos with the app Dote?
no.
They'd go, it was like they would go
Yeah.
on this dote trip to like Coachella or whatever, and it would be like 40 of them. And I was just like, this looks really fun, but this looks like anxiety ridden. Like,
That's the thing. Like before I was influencer, I used to watch like the all the like different Tarte trips and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And I would watch
yeah.
them and be like, oh my gosh, that looks like so much fun. But then I actually think about it, holy, I'm gonna go meet like 40 girls. And sometimes influencer events can low-key feel like high school, like the drama. And I'm like, ah! And I'm not in my high school era at all. I'm like my
Like I'm
living
out.
off go to university bar era. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not in my high school, and I'm also not a very like bougie person at all. So sometimes I feel like I'm not an influencer. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it can be really intimidating, but also think, who cares? It's life. It's fun. Like life can be a joke sometimes. Just have fun.
No, but that's funny because like from an outside perspective, you would never get that from like just like watching everyone. Like it's just cool to have that insider view.
Yeah, insider view from, but I'm also like just I live in Ontario. Like it's not like I grew up in LA or anything. You know what I mean? So I'm just not used to that.
Yeah. All right. So let's shift over to social media because I feel like that was kind of the right place to do it. All right. Did you watch any influencers growing up and were like, okay, that's what I meant to be doing? Like, I want to be like her. Or did this just kind of like, does that make
Honestly,
sense?
growing up, I didn't have unlimited internet, so I wasn't allowed to watch YouTube. That's
Ah,
like a random fun fact about me, but I grew up on a farm and we couldn't get unlimited internet where I lived. So if I wanted to watch YouTube, I had to lie and sneak my phone around and put little headphones in or watch it when my parents were sleeping. I wasn't allowed to watch YouTube.
that's
So
so
I
funny.
always and then when I did make my YouTube videos, I had to sit in Starbucks and sit there for like 4 hours while it uploads and just be like, oh my gosh, one day this is gonna be worth it. Like one day. And
That's
just like
precious
have
though.
that one, I would have like that one, I don't know. I would get like a vanilla bean frap and like have it for 4 hours because I didn't have the funds to like get like, do you know what I mean? Like I would just be sitting there for like 4 hours, you uploading this video. I feel like people thought it was weird. But I definitely wanted to do something like I love being in front of the camera. I
Mhm.
love it so much. But I don't think I really had a certain influencer that I was like, oh my gosh, I love them. I want to be just like them. Like, this is my motivation or anything like that. Because I honestly wasn't even allowed to watch YouTube.
That's crazy. So it's just kind of like all on your own dream.
Yeah, honestly, I was just like, I want to be famous.
Yeah. So you never watched like any of those Coachella videos or anything like that? Like when you were little?
No.
That's
And I
crazy.
really wish I did because maybe I'll watch them, but I feel like watching them now won't hit the same. You know what I mean?
All had the
When you're
same.
little watching anything, you're like, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I would watch.
I followed Adeline Morin though. I used to watch some of her videos.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
She's from Ontario. She's from like the same area. And me and her
Oh,
are friends now, so it's like
oh, really?
full circle. Um, but yeah, I watched her videos sometimes. But yeah, I didn't really watch anybody, which is kind of depressing.
I was James Charles and the Dolan brothers, Dolan twins, because James
Yeah.
Charles grew up the town over from me. Like he went to high school the town over. So I was like James Charles, and like it just kind of like I just kept watching.
Yeah. No, I definitely remember like when he was like his sisters. Like I remember like sisters and Pinkity
Hey,
Drinkity era.
sister.
Like I remember that. You know what I mean?
So funny. So with social media, what are your favorite and least favorite parts of social media?
Ooh, my favorite is probably the like community and friend
Mhm.
group that I built online because I literally can't feel alone. I don't feel alone because I have so many people in my corner rooting for me and loving on me. And also, like you said, the fact that you get to meet so many cool people. Like me and you, if we didn't have social media, we would have never met.
No, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
you would have never known I exist. I would have never known you exist, like anything
yeah.
like that. So that's really cool. Um, but on the other side, it can also kind of suck because I said like I'll never feel alone. I have so many people rooting for me. I also have so many people not rooting for me,
Yeah.
and so many people just being like, "Oh my God, she's gained weight," meh. Or even I'm redoing my house and I'm making it pink, and guys are like, "Yeah, nobody's gonna buy that house after. Like you're wasting your money. Nobody wants a pink house."
You're like,
And I'm
no,
like,
it
"It's
doesn't
not
work
your house
double.
anyway. It's not your money and it's not your house. Why do you care?"
I
You
know.
know? So there's like good and bad sides to social media. The other thing with social media, I don't know about you, I'm addicted.
Mhm.
Like I can't get off TikTok.
Yeah,
And sometimes I think about that. I'm like, I'd be spending like 12 hours a day on my phone. Like that's an entire day.
yeah, yeah. I get like the
Like that's
notification how long
pathetic,
it's spent.
you know?
Like I'm trying to write an essay or something, and like I have to like throw my phone in the corner, like chuck it. Like I can't be able to see it, or I'll be like,
And
oh, look at this Instagram, and I'll just keep going, scrolling.
literally. And like I'll have the TV on, but I'll also be on my phone. Or I'll be on my phone, but I'll also be eating. Like I can't remember the last time I just sat alone, didn't have anything on, and just ate.
Yeah.
You
No,
know what I mean? Or even when I go to the bathroom, like, have I ever just went and did a number two without my phone? No. Like, what do you do? Like, do you just sit there?
No, I'm like the iPad kid, like when you were little, like where you just like eat in front of the TV and you're like not even hungry and you just keep eating and eating because it's
Literally.
entertainment and you just keep seeing like the shows change. And you're like, well, I gotta go get another snack.
Literally. And then I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what am I doing with my life? And then I just excuse it by being like, this is your job. But also, okay. It's like 5 hours of the day is just me on TikTok. Like, that's interesting. Like, it's so pathetic, honestly.
Did you see the new TikTok update where it scrolls for yourself? Like, I'm
I
like,
need
how
it.
lazy are we getting?
Yeah, you're like, how lazy? I'm like, I need it. When I'm washing my face and my hands are wet and I can't touch my phone and TikToks are playing,
Like, you
I
put it
need
out and
that.
it just keeps like scrolling when the video's done.
Oh, I need that.
I'm like, I love it, but like,
Yeah, I love
I
it. But
don't,
now I'm just gonna like sit here and be so consumed for hours. I already do that.
yeah, I
But I
like
did start reading. I picked up a book, so I'm like,
which one? I've gotten into Colleen Hoover books.
that's what I've been reading.
One.
I just finished reading Verity. Did you read Verity?
That's the only one I haven't read because I'm scared of it.
Girl,
Is it
girl, you need to read it.
like really
Like
good?
when I tell you, I was laying in bed reading it, and then when I started to get to the end, I literally sat up. I threw my book on the like in front of me, and I was sitting cross-legged, bending in half. Like I was literally arched over reading this, and I was sitting there like this. Like it was so good. I was so into this book.
Is
You
that
need
the
to
first
read.
one you read?
No, I read like It Starts With Us, It Ends With Us. Like I read a bunch of
Love
her
those.
books. So good, incredible. But nah, this book is like
Like 10 out of 10.
it's literally 10 times better than It Starts With Us or It Ends With Us, in my opinion.
I'm
Like
just
it's so
scared.
intense. You're scared?
I'm I'm
Oh,
scared
don't be
I'm
scared.
not able to sleep for like weeks.
No, it's not like honestly, I live alone and I'm scared of everything and I'll hear like a my washer go off. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, someone's murdering me." But that book, it didn't even scare me like that. I think you'll be okay.
I know, especially just like living in my sorority house. I'm like,
Yeah, literally. But yeah, that'd be actually scary too. I didn't even think about that.
Mhm. Yeah, there's like 36 of us, and
Oh my gosh, is there like cat fights?
no, like it's like the most chillest thing ever.
Oh, that's amazing. I
'Cause
just picked like, that
I'm
many girls in the room.
not going to live in my sorority house. I was like, that is not me. And I like
Yeah.
the living got like messed up, so I had to live there. And then I lived there again this year. I was like, this is the best thing ever. Like it's just like you're with someone when you want to be, and like when you're not, you're not. Like it's
I
like
love that. And you always have people around then, right?
exactly.
And
So
like
it's
if you want to go do something, you can just like ask one of the girls, "Hey, so
Mhm.
who's
And
me?"
everyone has plans. So you're never just like if you want to do something, there's something going on. Like you can go to the
Oh,
fest,
that's so
like,
fun. I want to be in one. Can I join?
yeah, come join AKO.
I'm coming.
Okay. Another person asked how to make your day and not let social media determine the direction of it. So like example, just say you're waiting for the Snapchat or something and this guy like opens you or whatever and you're like really excited over it and he just opens you and it's like the love of your life or whatever at the time. And then
Yeah.
you're just like sad for the day. Does that make sense?
Lame. I feel like that's not even social media. Like just he sounds lame. Oh my gosh. Like
Papers are on the floor.
I'm like lame. I'm also the designated person out of all my friends that if a guy treats them bad, or even if a girl treats like one of my guy friends bad, I'm like, lame. Like it's just lame. Bye. I'm so the person that my friends like, give them more chances. I'm like, but why? Like they
Yeah.
showed you why. I'm so that my friends will get treated like shit. And I'm like, girl, I'm stopping this right here. Like, give me your phone, blocked. Bye.
But I had to do that. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm done. I was like, know your worth. I'm done with this. But
I'm
someone
so
asked,
the friend who's like, nah, nah, nah.
but
Literally.
I guess so more in terms of like maybe like a post, like just say if it goes negative or something.
Yeah.
You have a bad
Another thing to think of this, the way that I was thinking of that question is kind of like when you go on your phone, if like you open your phone in the morning and the first thing you see is something bad, then it like kind of destroys your day.
yeah,
I
yeah.
always go on my phone as soon as I wake up. You know what I mean? I probably shouldn't be doing that, but as soon as I wake up, I'm like, anyone text me? Anyone email me? How's my TikTok doing? Like
Yeah.
I get so consumed. Um, yeah, how do I like let it be my day? I think that I just think of social media as, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's my job, but it's the world existed before social media. Like it's really not everything. And if a guy opens your Snapchat, doesn't answer you back, like it's really not that serious.
I know.
You know?
I feel like
I'm also the person who's sometimes like, maybe he's busy, but I'm like, busy doing what? Like,
Mhm.
he can't be busy enough to not text me back. Be
Yeah,
for
yeah,
real.
I
Be
know.
so for real. I just think you have to think it's really not that serious. Like, it's social media. When you think of it in the grand scheme of things, you're gonna be 45 and have kids and have a beautiful house and go on vacation whenever you want. And is a little thing in social media really that important? Like, is social media like everything?
No,
No.
no, it's not.
No. We don't let a phone, like this physical piece of metal,
Hmm.
destroy our mental health. Like,
Hmm.
please.
And knowing your
Nah.
worth like before you get on that phone and just being like, this is who I am. I'm awesome. I'm beautiful. I'm perfect the way I am. And like going on, like who cares what like these people have to think? Like
Yeah,
irrelevant.
just
I
owning
don't
it.
appreciate
Like,
irrelevant.
I'm cringy. I'm annoying. Thank you for telling me. I already knew. Like,
Tell
who
me.
cares? I like that about me.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. So, did you ever come across people who were down on you when you were working on becoming an influencer who are now like, "Oh my gosh, you go, girl. Like I've been like you go." Like
Oh, yeah. My
that makes
revenge
sense. I
story.
keep asking if these make sense, but
Yes. When I was in high school, like I said, I had a YouTube channel. I was the cringy girl making YouTube videos in the high school, like in the halls of high school.
Mhm.
Okay. And people always be like, that's so cringe. Or they would play my videos out loud when I was making them, or they'd be like, how's TikTok going? How's Instagram going? Like, people would always be rude in my high school. And then when I started getting followers, now they, even to this day, they'll text me and be like, oh my gosh, you're doing so good. So do you have any tips for me? And I'm like, don't be mean. Like,
Yeah.
there's a tip. Because when I was trying to do it, everyone was making fun of me and everyone's saying how cringe I am or that nobody even watches my videos. But as soon as you start getting a following, people are nice, you
Yeah,
know?
it's just like
And
no.
keep that in your mind. I don't like to hold a grudge, and I always choose like peace, love, happiness,
Mhm.
but I always keep it in the back of my head. Like, if you made fun of me in high school for having a YouTube channel, why do you want to know how to have a YouTube channel? Or why are you telling me that your little sister likes my videos or something? Because you
Yeah,
were the one who was trying to discourage me from getting to where I am. I
yeah,
just think of it as like those people were trying so hard to get in the way of your goals, and now you did it and you're just going to like celebrate what you achieved with them. No, I don't vibe with that. And I, as well as you're probably confident and love yourself enough to never tell somebody not to follow their dreams. Anyone who tells you not to follow your dreams probably just feels like they couldn't achieve what you're trying to do.
in high school, there was like YouTube was the thing of like the time where we'd have like those few select people. And I felt so bad because there was this one girl and she was like doing it. She was doing so good at it. And I was like commenting our videos. I was like, you go, girl. And then like she had to like quit because people were being so mean and like bullying the crap out of her. I was like,
I
guys,
literally
let her
I
live.
switched high schools when I was in high school because of this. I'm not even kidding. Like, I probably sound dramatic on here, but I literally did because people
No.
are, like you said, that story, people be evil when you're in high school. Also, remember that most people in high school are just really insecure,
Definitely.
like brutally insecure. And I was insecure in high school too, but being insecure doesn't give you an excuse to be a bad person, you
Yeah,
know?
sure, definitely. But yeah, that was like at the time YouTube was the thing and people would want to do it so bad. Like I got the Canon G7X for Christmas one year in high school. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And
Right?
I got like positive vibes, like everything was good, but then I was like, I don't have the confidence to do this. Like I'm so scared what people are gonna think. And now I look back, I'm like, oh, I wish I did that. But like and like now like here I am like kind of doing it in a different way. But like then I was just like so consumed with what other people thought. And I was like, they're gonna think I'm really, really weird. I'm like, well, at the end of the day, like they're not like they're gonna come irrelevant in like 2 years. Like after high school, you see like what a quarter of them.
There's literally, I don't know if it's like
That
this for
sounds so
you too, but
negative.
there's some people from my high school, like I don't know them, I don't talk to them, we don't follow each other. So why, when I was in high school, was I like, oh my gosh, this is the whole world, if people make fun of my videos, like the world's gonna explode, I'm gonna die. I don't even know those people now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
really, it wasn't that serious. It's never been that serious. We're on
yeah.
a floating rock.
Okay. Oh, so advice for anyone interested in pursuing social media.
Ooh, I think it's
I
all about consistency. Pardon?
said I'm gonna need some of this.
Okay, I'll give it all to you. Literally, if you ever want to just hop on a call too, and I can just tell you everything that I've ever learned, I will give it to you because I actually love talking about social media. I think that consistency is like the number one thing. consistency, being really vulnerable. People love when you're actually who you are, and people can see through when you're being fake. Like if I spent the last 2 years of my life being like, confidence girl, be a good person, but then I hopped on this call with you and you're like, yeah, she's definitely actually a bad person, you probably wouldn't want to follow me. You know what I mean? And if you're going to fake it, people are going to be able to see through it. So be yourself, be consistent. Choose what platform you want to do. If you despise TikTok, you don't want to post on TikTok, don't post on it just because everyone else is doing it. You know what I mean? If
Right.
you are a YouTube girly at your core, do YouTube. You have to do what you love, because in social media, you have to post so much and comment so much and do so much stuff that if you don't love it, you're going to get burnt out so fast. And you're going to be like, holy, this is actually hard. Because it is like, I'm so lucky to have this job and I love it so much and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But it is like mentally draining, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to actually love what you're doing and actually love what you're talking about. And it's fun to post trends and get on trends and to try and gain followers that way. But you really, at the end of the day, just have to be yourself, because that's the one trend that will never go out of style. Oh my gosh, quote me on that.
Put it on a shirt.
Self will never go out of style. Put it on a shirt. Something bigger. Let's go.
We got a new order.
Literally.
But no, yeah, that's definitely true. Like me acting like I know this. Like, yeah, it's definitely true.
You do know this. You
I
do social media. Don't discredit yourself.
I know.
Positive. You're the queen of social media. You are the queen.
You are my queen.
You're my queen.
So what would you do when you're running out of ideas or feeling burnt out?
Ooh, you definitely need a break, because if you try and keep going through when you're burnt out, your content is going to look like dog poo and people are going to notice that it's not going very good. I really didn't give myself a break I worked 2 years posting 3 TikToks a day, an Instagram post a day, and posting 3 Snapchat spotlights a day for 2 years. And then by the end of the 2 years, I'm like, this content sucks. Because I was just posting whatever I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you definitely need to give yourself a break, be kind to yourself. And then when you have ideas, I'm just always a very creative person. So there's never been like what am I going to post? Oh my God, I'm so stressed. I sometimes just have one day a week where I'm like, you know what? I have like 45 ideas going through my head. Just write them all down, do them while you can, have content days so that you don't feel like when I was posting 3 TikToks a day, I wasn't waking up and filming 3 TikToks a day. I was having one day a week where I would film like 40 TikToks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you batch content it or whatever. Batch, I don't even know. Content days. Yeah. But I just think when you need a break, you got to take a break, or else your content, it's not going to look very good.
Yeah. When I started this August, so like not a year yet, but I like ran with it for like 9 months straight. Like I would say no to plans. I would just be like, nope, I got to do this. And so quickly I just got burnt out. And then like coming back to school and like balancing school on top of it, I was like, nope, I need to do this. And I was like, Caroline, you're not living. Like you're just like simply focusing on this. And I had to like take a step back and be like, take a deep breath, take a few weeks off, like realize what you're like doing this for, and then come back and regroup.
And it's just like anything. If you think of social media as just like even training for a sport, if you don't want to do the sport and you're still doing it, you're going to kind of form this resentment towards the sport. And you're like, I hate this sport. I don't want to do this sport anymore. Why am I even doing this? Mm-hmm. Even though it is something you love and something you really want to do, if you just overdo anything, even if you have a favorite food and you eat it way too many times, you're going to be like, okay, I don't like this food anymore. Sometimes you need a break. You know, it's like you could be best friends with somebody, but if you hang out with them every single day, you're like, okay, I want to hang out with somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like again, going back to the podcast, I was like just getting like drained, and like I was like, this is my fun, and I'm like, Caroline, you know why you did this, like you know the reason behind it, and like I just had to take a step back and be like, Caroline, like look at the bigger picture.
You're like, I'm supposed to have fun doing this. I'm doing
like,
this for a hobby.
So I took a break for a little bit, like a couple of weeks off, and then I came back and I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go, and I know why I'm doing this.
Yay. Like, and that's sometimes all you have to do is just give yourself a break.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like we've hit everything from social media to confidence, body image, and we did mental health. We did it all. But before we end today's episode, I think we have to end this with, I'm putting you on the spot, a mini pep talk from you for the people that are listening, because I feel like everyone could use a mini pep talk from the Spencer Barbosa herself.
Okay, I'm gonna go off. I'm like, okay,
From the top.
literally. You can do it and you will do it. Like, I know you'll do it. You know you'll do it, and you're doubting yourself a little bit, and you're beating around the bush here. And you're, like we said, you're kind of quitting a little bit, or you are trying too hard in 4 minutes for that. But the thing is, you need to write down your goals. You need to believe that you can do it. You need to surround yourself with people around you who think you can also do it. I think that life is just really about believing in yourself and loving yourself and treating yourself like someone you love and saying kind things to yourself. So, everybody who's listening to this right now, you need to be nicer to yourself. You need to stop bullying yourself. And you need to, even if you're like just faking it till you make it, you really gotta love yourself, because like if you don't love yourself, it's going to be really hard for you to accept opportunities and believe that maybe you're getting a raise at your job and you're like, why am I getting this? Like, do I even deserve this? You deserve it. Everything is happening to you because you deserve it. It's happening for a reason. And you just really need to believe that you're deserving of love and deserving of these amazing opportunities and deserving of these amazing friendships. Like, it's not just about, sometimes when I'm like, believe that you deserve love, it sounds like I'm just talking about relationships and boyfriends and stuff. And life doesn't really revolve around a relationship or a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to believe that you even deserve good friends. And if your friends are treating you like shit, bye. The same way we would say bye boy to a boyfriend who's treating you like shit. If your friends are, bye. Goodbye. So that wasn't really a pep talk. That was more of a rant, but believe that you deserve it. Believe that you're deserving of love, deserving of opportunities, deserving of good friendships, and you need to treat yourself nicer. Go get some ice cream or something, honestly.
Queen. I know. I need to get ice cream after this. That's what I'm gonna go do.
Period. I'm like Uber Eats because I don't even want to leave my house right now.
Well, Spencer, this has been so much fun. I'm happy we got to do this. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy, busy life, Miss Queen, homeowner, all the above, and being a guest on the Bright Side. Now you need to come up and visit soon, or if you're ever
I'm coming. I'm being for real. You are going to DM me after this or text me, and we will fully plan it because I need more friends like you. I really do.
When we started texting, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so refreshing because it's just like positive girls, ex-positive girls. And it's just like,
literally, it's just like, you can do it. I love you. No, I love you more. No, you're cute. No, you're cuter. Literally. And I just love friendships like that because it's literally like you're climbing a ladder. You're just building each other up. I love it so much.
I know.
So invite me. I'm coming.
You come for my birthday, July 20th. Be there.
I'm literally there. The flight's already booked. Bags are already packed.
We'll do a part two. We'll do a part two.
Literally, please. I'm being so for real right now.
I'm being for real. And then I'll have to send you the content from the Florida trip.
I'm so excited for you. You're going to love it.
I'm so excited.
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me on here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And with that, I will definitely leave Spencer's social medias linked in the description below. And so you can follow along on her journey and her social media and all of that. And of course, I want to know how you guys like this episode. So make sure you're following at On the Bright Side Pod with 2 Ds on Instagram. Shoot me a DM and let me know how you liked it and what you want to hear in the future. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you all so much. And remember to stay looking on the bright side. And I promise you, it'll serve you really well. Love you guys. Bye.